I talk to people about creativity, their response is something similar to, oh, I can't draw, I'm not creative. Well, I'm not really that great at drawing either, but I am creative. Because when I think of creativity, it actually has nothing to do with the arts, even though I've been working in the arts for over 10 years. When I think of creativity, I think of problem solving. And in light of that, I've been creative for as long as I can remember. I was born with a condition called TAR syndrome. TAR stands for thrombocytopenia with absent radii. And basically, in non-medical terms, means I have a very low platelet count and I don't have the radius bones in my arms. So from a very young age, I had to figure out my own ways of doing things. And this is the case for many disabled people. Even though we've come a long way in accessibility education, the world really isn't built for disabled people, and we've still got a long way to go. In her own TED Talk in 2014, Stella Young, the late and great Stella Young, said these words, "I've learned to use my body to the best of its ability, just as you have." And that rings true for me as well. So I'm not telling you this to be what Stella coined as inspiration porn. I'm telling you because I want to illustrate that people with disability are often highly creative, because we have to be. I've learned to drive, cook, do all my daily tasks, just as you have, but in a way that suits my unique body. So when I take a step back and look at this, I realise that there's a common through line, and that is that I have an unwavering belief that there's a solution to every problem. And there's not just one solution, there's often many. So it feels completely natural to me to be in a state of figuring things out. And this also transfers into my artistic pursuits. I've written a new song, which I'll perform for you shortly. But before I do that, I just want to point out 3 observations about my creative process that I used when writing this song. There are many other observations, but we don't really have time for that. But the first observation is that I follow what makes me curious and inspired. So a few years ago, I was having a chat with a friend, and she said the words, "We're each a universe." And that just really resonated with me. I started thinking about all the things that happen inside each and every one of us all the time, and we don't always know what's happening inside the lives and minds of other people. We've got thoughts and feelings, memories, experiences. Some say that we have a spirit and a soul, and this just got me thinking about a new song that I could write. The second observation is that I deliberately aim for progress over perfection. So if I just write one more word to a song, if I record another melody, if I just do a little bit more, with breaks in between, of course, I tend to keep that momentum going and figure out the song, have it be eventually solved. And my third observation is that relentlessly experimental. So I really like to just pull ideas from around me. For this song, I wrote down all the words that I could think of to do with the universe. So I wrote things like stars and planets and constellations, and that really gave me other branches that I could go off to create verses and choruses and, keep working on the song. So those are the 3 things that I just want to share with you before I sing. And just to sum those up, I just want to remind you, number 1 is that I follow what makes me feel curious and inspired. Number 2 is that I deliberately aim for progress and not perfection. And number 3 is that I'm relentlessly experimental. So if you use some of those tools, I think you'll find that you can be more creative in your own life as well. So thank you for listening. This is my new song, We Are Each a Universe.
Within every human, there are thousands of stars. Some bright, some glistening, and some parts cold and dark as night. If you listen carefully, you'll hear your heart. Breathe in, breathe out again, until the end and from the very start. We are each a universe. We are each a universe. 'Cause everything changes the minute I close my eyes. Meteor spaceships and things that I can't describe. Everything melts and then everything changes. Everything comes and then everything changes. We are each a universe. Thoughts whiz by like planets. Others light years away. Some go into black holes, they'll never be seen again. And others swirl together like the Milky Way. We are each a universe. We are each a universe. 'Cause everything changes the minute I close my eyes. And meteor spaceships and things that I can't describe. Travel to galaxies way out in space. Feels like I'm 10 million miles away. We are each a universe. Within every human, there are thousands of stars.